All right, I think we're in good shape. There we go. There we go. I don't know what just happened there. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're good. Good morning. Happy Monday. We all made it through the weekend. Hooray. Beautiful fall day out here. I think we're in good shape to do some hip exercises. Throw a comment in the comments if you have a comment or a question. If not, let's get into it. I brought my very handy kitchen chair in for my balance point. Kitchen counter is usually a good height for balance. When you start doing these exercises, I want you to start at the counter so that you can really feed back your body into your form, your posture, where you're holding things. So if you're trying to figure these out and we're doing one-legged exercises and you're working on your balance too, I think what's going to happen is you'll end up with like one hip hiked, and then see that drops my other shoulder, and then that doesn't really support my body in that good posture that we're looking for. So if you're doing it with a balance counter, you have a touch point to sort of center yourself so that you can know where you're doing it. If you can do this at like a bureau in your bedroom in front of a mirror, even better, because then you can really get that visual feedback of what your body is doing from a postural standpoint. But hopefully after we did those exercises the last few weeks, we get a better feel of what our abdominals feel like, our pelvic floor feels like, our shoulders feel like, and so we're getting more centered in that ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, nice beautiful tall posture. And so when you stand, again, I want to see ears over shoulders, shoulders in line with hips. Your hips are going to be a little bit behind your knees. It's not a very exciting shift. But posturally, that's going to stack your spine up where you need it to be. So that's where I want you to think that tummy gets pulled in tight, that belly button gets sucked to the back. Not suction, cup sucked, just a gentle. And then your pelvic floor is going to lift a little bit with that beautiful tall posture, rolling your shoulders back, getting your ears over your shoulders. So this part of your shoulder is not forward in that desk posture, so your neck doesn't jut out when you get all that. Up we go. So just a gentle roll. And then a little bit of that pelvic tilt as you line your hips up with your shoulders. So let's start with postural alignment, heel raises. Let's see if I can aim this down a little bit so you can see what my feet are doing. All right, so about hips width apart. And again, I've got that beautiful postural alignment. Just up on toes, a little calf work. Slow and controlled. Up we go. Hold your balance center for balance. Feel it, you come up on your toes, and then you roll back on your foot to your heels. So I don't want you rolling out. So as you come up on toes, down to your heels. It's one smooth motion as you roll to your foot. If you want to lift your toes a little bit at the end, get a little interior tib work, fine by me. But do not do that by sticking your butt out. Up on your toes, toes up. So it's not a big motion. Up on your toes, roll down, toes up. So I'm not sticking my butt out. I'm shifting my weight a little bit and I'm picking my toes up. Yeah, so let's do 3 10s. And your posture is beautiful, lined up, your shoulders are over your ears. Nope, your ears are over your shoulders. Your shoulders are back and down. Up and down. And again, if you find you're rolling out, I want you to focus on staying on that big toe. Up on the big toe. Down to the heel. Lift the big toes at the end. Up on the big toe. Down to the heel, lift the big toe at the end. All right. There you go. And you should be feeling this in your calves. This is calf work. I realize we're doing standing hips today, but they're all tied in. All right. Calves, quads, glutes. They're all firing together to get you up there. Glutes, hip, same team. 3, 4, and again, up, up. Is that better if I do it over here? You can see in front of the white. right, things a little bit warmed up. Feel that in your calves, in your quads a little bit, in your glutes. Bring it back to where you can see. All right, so next one, let's do a little hip flexion. So again, keep your hip is going to come up, but I want you to drop it back down and raise the knee. So from the side, that looks like knee up, not hip. So your body is going to want to hike that hip. I want you to focus on dropping it down so that your hips are level and bringing your knee up. All right? So just to march, upper body stays right where it should be. Knee is coming up. We're working on the front of that hip without dropping the shoulders. So you're shifting your weight, hiking your knee up, knee. So, wow, guys, I feel like this is the worst. Can you even see me with the green and the black? Poor choice today. So bring the knee up without arching the back. If you can only get to here without contorting your body, that's as far as you go today. As you gain that strength, bring it up. So we're working sort of the outside of that hip, working the hip flexors a little bit. All right? And this part of your body is staying nice and tall. Use that balance center. Don't whack your knee on the counter. Turn yourself sideways. You have 2 counters. Use 2 counters. Oh, you can see me. Hooray. Good morning. My computer has been so funny this morning. Oh, you can see me because I have the dark. I always feel like the reflection I'm getting, it looks like I'm so dark. But good. As long as you can see me, I'm in. All right. Beautiful tall posture. Knees up. And you're feeling it again, like right sort of the front side of your hip and in. There you go. See how my shoulders, you can see on the back wall, my shoulders are not shifting, right? So my head is sort of moving side to side as I stand on my different legs, but I'm not dropping a hip, I'm not raising a hip, because you'll notice, especially if you're looking in the mirror, you'll see that your shoulders are doing something funky if you're not keeping that level. The next one we're going to do is sort of a progression on that one. So you're going to come forward and then out and open. So this is working those external rotators. So the clamshell exercise that we did when we were here laying down, this one out to the side, rotators. So again, beautiful tall posture, up, open, back, and down. If you can't get past 45 degrees, don't go past 45 degrees. Your form for these will gain you the range of motion you're looking for. So come up. Again, so if this is where you are, you can come up to 45 degrees here and come out to 45 degrees here, back and down. That's your range. That's where you're strong right now. Keep pushing it. You will get more range up and you will get more range out as you improve your strength. That is a strength problem. Now, if you feel like you're getting a pinch or something really tight through here, let me know. Send me a message. We can work through it. But if you're just finding like that's as strong as I am while I have good posture, and that's as strong as I am while I have good posture, hold your good posture, work in the range that you have, and your strength will grow as you grow. If this one's too hard, do it in lying down. Right? So change the way that gravity affects your body. So here, gravity is pushing down. I'm feeling it right through there. All right? And out and back and down. And that beautiful posture, you're pulling your belly button in, your shoulders are back and down, ears over shoulders. Again, posture, I know, but we spend our lives here. Right? Either we're working on a desk or we're holding a kid and we've got that shift, or we're lugging the groceries, or we're carrying the backpack. We're doing all the things that bring us forward. So I want you to really think about getting yourself ears, shoulders, hips, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. All right, back to this side. Flex, out, back, and down. Flex, out, squeeze through your butt. This is where you're feeling this one. All right? Squeeze through your butt as you come out. All right? Ooh. There you go. Morning sound effects. 2 more. 2 more? 2 more. Why not? There you go. And then the other side. Again, use that. So I've got this for balance. Use it. Tall, out, back, down. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. I'm working the range I have. All right? At the end, I'm squeezing a little bit. I'm getting extra range at that end point, but I'm working what I have. And everybody has different range. Everybody has different balance. As long as you're feeling it in the right place, right in that, those outer glutes. I'm feeling it in my standing leg too because that leg is working. 1 more. And then out. There you go. All right, next one we're going to do a little bit more glute work, except this is going to be straight extension. So you're going to lean a little bit on your counter. You're going to bend that knee. Let's bring it down a little bit so you can see me. You're going to bend that knee and you're going to push back. So this is not a back archy exercise. This is just your butt. And so if you're leaning, you're pushing. See how this knee goes past that knee? They're not the same team. This one is squeezing and lifting. That's it. I'm just pressing up against gravity. My back is not moving. Okay? My hips are not dropping. See if I can do it from the back. I'm pressing back. Press. Press. My back is flat and stable. My abdominals are taut, pulled in, supported. I'm working to my range. If my range is bigger, then I can work into it. No substitutions here. This is not a back exercise. Let's see what it looks like from the front. We'll come here. Pushing away. So I'm opening my hips. Let's see. Opening my hips. This is just my butt. All right? Just my butt. I'm feeling a little hamstring there. So let's go a little straight leg. Get out of the hamstrings. Get into the butt. Just the butt. My back is not working. My abdominals are working. I'm pulling my abs in tight. But I am not working my back. I'm supporting. I'm supporting with my hand for balance. Let's switch to the other side. If you feel this in your hamstrings, just means your hamstrings are working. We don't want the hamstrings to do a ton with this one. So just straighten your leg. Hamstrings, bend the knee. And when I say hamstrings, I mean the space between the knee and your butt, your sits bones in the back of the knee. Your hamstrings are the muscle that curl. And so if they're holding really hard here to keep you there, then your hamstrings are working a little bit harder than your glute, and straighten your leg out. And when I say glute, I mean butt. This is where we're feeling this one. In the working leg, you're feeling it in your butt. Abs are tight, pelvic floor is lifted, you breathe out as you kick out. So every time you breathe out, your transverse abdominis tightens a little bit, your diaphragm pushes, your pelvic floor lifts, you brace your abdominals. There you go. And again, this is not an exercise for your low back. If you're feeling this in your low back, stop doing it. You might be tight in the hip flexors, you might be weak in the hamstrings, you might be doing something else. Let me know. I will adjust it for you. I'll help you work through a modification. But yeah, that's not where we want it. All right, so those are your 4 practices for this week. I think you're going to work really hard on them. Do them every day, and you will notice that you're improving your range, your balance, your posture, all of those things, and we'll make them a little harder and add something else on Wednesday. Have a great day, guys. Bye.